Right, review number two. Before I do review number two, I'm going to read out a little passage from a piece of science fiction because I think it's a similar mood, like sort of isolation. And then he was loose in the up and out, the terrible open spaces between the stars, where the stars themselves felt like pimples on his telepathic mind, and the planets were too far away to be sensed or read. Somewhere in this outer space, a gruesome death awaited, death and horror of a kind which man had never reached and encountered until he reached out for interstellar space itself. Apparently, the light of the sun kept the dragons away. And I'll be giving a link to the book that's from at the end, just because I keep like pushing the author. But since the whole goal of this is to review a friend's music and not for me to push my tests in literature at you, here we go. Starblind. And I'm just going to play it again and talk at the end.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engines running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Okay, well, my own impressions of that song are, of course, going to be just that, my own impressions. But for me, it has overtones of Jimi Hendrix, David Bowie, Brian Eno. Particularly, there's a section in there which reminds me of A Merman I Should Turn to Be, with a particular pulsing sound and a guitar solo in there. It's obviously a highly science fiction inspired song. It's, to my taste, I'm not sure it will be to everyone's because it's particularly science fiction inspired. But then again, there's plenty of popular music that is science fiction inspired, and David Bowie played with it a lot during his career, and so did other musicians. I particularly notice that John is particularly fond of mellotrons there and Fender Rhodes piano, which have a particular sound. Um, they're getting hard to hear even on anything nowadays. It's good to hear them, in fact. I particularly like the use of the glockenspiel in there, which is quite an inspired bit of nuttiness. And as usual, to me, yet again, the music plays itself. I can comment on the influences underlying it. I can comment on the fact that it's got prog rocky styles in it and all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, the one thing that sells music is itself. And the whole point of me sharing this is to try and give it a wider audience and to offer a few comments on it. I did think it gave a sense of isolation, a sense of everyone being alone in a vast universe, which is why I read out that piece of text at the beginning. And I'll put a link to the author at the beginning, who is a rather remarkable figure. If you could choose to go and look him up, you'll see that. And now we'll move on to number 3, which I'll do in a moment.